Hey everybody, welcome back to the Iron Rock Off-Road YouTube channel. We got a really fun one today. I want to introduce my buddy Brent and his brand new JK that is going to get a ton of stuff done in the next few days. You've probably seen Brent's tan ZJ in some of the Trail Jam videos, and now we're building a JK. He's got a 94 ZJ that has been custom front to rear, custom long arms, built axles, full cage. Wheels the piss out of it, not great on road. That's where this comes in. So this is Brent's new to him 2012 Wrangler Modern Warfare 3 edition. It started its life as a Rubicon, and then they took, I think, 3,500 Rubicons, turned them into the NW3s. So it's got extra stitching, different floor mats, badge on the dash, but it is a Rubicon main with a 2-inch factory lift in it. So he bought this one as stock as he could, as clean as he could find for a good price, just to tear everything out of it and rebuild it from the ground up. So we're actually going to be sticking the Iron Rock Rocklink X kit in this. So we got to do a tank relocation. We got to cut off a bunch of body mounts. Axles are going to be out from under it. Those are going to get built with Chromalli's RCVs, 513 gears. We're going to do a cut and turn with internal sleeves, trusses front and rear, and a whole lot of other stuff. So we've been given 3 days in the shop to do it all. So we got to get this thing on the ramp real quick and get it in the shop and get it tore down. Let's go. Hopefully it gets high enough where we can read a number. I'd say you're at like a 60. So when camera guy says let's hit the RTI ramp, but never checked if the RTI ramp was buried or not, you just go through it. So I can't tell you what we actually hit for a number. It's somewhere in 60, but better than I thought, honestly. The tire stuff's in there really, really nice. And we're not hanging the other side yet, so not a bad start, but we can do better. All right, so we got tires off, we got it up on the lift. Now we're gonna do a really quick overview of everything we got to gut. It's your typical disassembly before install. You've seen plenty of those videos, so we're not going to show you how to remove every nut and bolt. If we find something that we think you guys would benefit from, we'll shoot that really quick. But this is getting a over-the-knuckle steering kit, so steering's all coming out. We're going to remove front and rear axles completely because we got trussing, we got gears, we got all that to do to them. It's going to be easier on the bench. Exhaust has to completely come out. Cross members coming out. Fuel tank's got to come out. Exhaust in the rear is coming out, rear drive shaft, front drive shaft. Basically everything from the frame rail down, if it's sticking past that, it's coming off. So when we're all said and done, this is going to be flat, rail to rail, belly skid, everything's tucked above it. So we got to do a tank relocation. The Rocklink X does not work with a factory JK fuel tank or skid. Brent has found a TJ tank in skid that we're going to retrofit and run a JK pump with an extension on it. So we can move that into the rear, and yeah, we're gonna just start ripping stuff out, and we'll shoot stuff as we think you guys need to see it. And once we're all cleared out and ready to start welding in some of the new goodies, we'll break down that kit and show you the kind of the big picture of it. So stay tuned. So we got both of our front and rear axles out, gas tanks out, our evap canisters out. Got to get this guy out of here yet. We cut our exhaust behind where we knew our final cut was going to be, just to get it out of the way. So now we're going to go in and we're actually going to start point of no return, cutting frame stuff. So basically all 4 lower control arm brackets got to get cut off the frame. Upper control arms, the transmission cross members. We held this one up right now with a strap. Probably going to grab a bigger strap, but it is unbolted and free floating right now, but you are going to cut these flush to the frame rail. So our transmission cross member, and we have 1 and 2. So these 3 middle cross members are all going to get cut off, ground down, flush to the inside of the frame, That's where all of our new control arm bracing is all going to get welded on, and then flat belly from there. So we got a lot of grinding, cutting to do, and then your upper control arm brackets in the rear on the outside of the frame. Cosmetically, if you want to get rid of them, paint it up, make it look good, that's up to you. We're not going to shoot a bunch of cutting and grinding. You guys have seen plenty of that, but in your instructions, you'll get instructions with this kit. There is a very good CAD drawing of this frame with all the cross members, and it'll show you right where to cut the exhaust, cut off the cross members, and what needs to be done to the frame. We're just going to give you a visual of it after when it's cleaned up, ready to weld. So. So for the Rocklink X install, not going full build like we are on this one, but just if you're going standard JK with a 3-4 inch lift, Rocklink X, do your tank relocation, and then the only modification you got to do to your front axle is the passenger side upper control arm bracket. Cut it off, you'll get a new really beefy one with your new kit. So right now we can slap this back in, or at least under there, but we got to put all our control arms in. But as far as the Rocklink X goes, front is prepped, ready to go, but we're gonna tear it down, gear it, lockers, RCVs, trusses, good stuff. So we're gonna jump to the back axle. So the back axle, you gotta cut quite a bit more. Basically cut everything off except for your spring perch and your bump stop pad. Lower control arm brackets, shock mounts, they all go. Upper control arm brackets. And then the new truss with the Rocklink X will come with center mounted lower control arm brackets so that you don't lose any ground clearance. And your upper control arm, your dual triangulated 4-link mounts will be built in with the truss system. And then you'll get new shock mounts as well. So camera guy, get to cutting. So this is a decent chunk of everything that we've gutted out of this, minus the axles and a few of the control arms. We're gonna save the drive shafts. We're not sure 100% if we're gonna be able to reuse the factories for now. We're gonna have to rob the JK fuel pump out of the tank and possibly a couple lines. Other than that, that's all scrap. Our axles are cut and prepped for trusses. Our frame brackets, all of our control arm brackets and our cross members are all cut out. Everything is ground down, ready for primer. So we're gonna prime it tonight. So tomorrow we can start test fitting our center sections and grinding out anything for our weld spots if we need to. We've got our exhaust cut and prepped. The locations for those cuts are in the instructions and they're pretty straightforward. Each side has a bend, goes into a straight spot, and you cut the end of that straight spot. So you leave as much of that straight line pipe as you can. And then we got to clean up this mess. So it's a lot of discs. We could have saved time and done it a different way. We did all cutoff discs and grinders, pry bars. Me personally, if I was doing this as my own project, I would have heat wrapped our fuel lines and electrical, and I would have busted out the acetylene torch and then finished with the grinder disc. I think that would have been a lot quicker. Yeah, so that's gonna do it for the main part of disassembly and prep. We're gonna get all this cleaned up and get that crate full of parts right there all opened up and kind of spaced out. So in your guys' next video, you guys can see the kit laid out as a whole. And we'll get a game plan, probably prep the axles, and then start on our control arm brackets. So thanks for hanging out. This was a mess. It's a lot to kind of digest at once, but when you break it down like any of our kits, break it down piece by piece, do it step by step, It's not that difficult. If you can read and run a wrench and a welder, you can do this kit. So we're also gonna address the tank relocation in the next video, which is a requirement for the Rocklink X kit. So stay tuned.